Hi, I'm State Representative Glenn Anderson, representing you, the 5th Legislative District. The legislative session has now been in for 2 weeks, and we're scheduled to go this year till April 26th. As I'm sure you've read in the newspapers and on the web, that we have a $6 billion state budget deficit. It's the largest in state history. By the time we come to March, with the economic conditions facing the nation and the state, we expect that budget deficit to grow even more, an additional billion to $1.5 billion. That will mean significant cuts across state government. Right now, the cuts are the only thing that we have to work with to fix that budget deficit. The idea of raising taxes in such stressful economic times just doesn't make sense and isn't good policy and would hurt people. This session, I'm going to have 3 particular focuses. One, we need to deal with the property tax issue. A lot of people right now are literally being taxed out of their homes with their property taxes. We need a fair, more transparent way to do it, and I'm introducing legislation that will assure taxpayers, when they have a dispute with the government about their property taxes, they are fairly treated, and that when market value of property goes down below assessed value of property, that it's adjusted accordingly so people aren't paying higher taxes on property that is worth less. That's going to make a real difference in keeping money in the family pocketbook at home in these stressful times. I'm also going to be focusing on the reforms that I've been working on for the last 8 years in K-12 education. We have an opportunity to fundamentally reform and rebaseline our K-12 spending system to make sure we get better outcome for smarter kids. It's really important, and even though times are tough, we're going to have to make that effort. We need better focus on getting a good education for our kids, no matter what the challenges are. We don't have to raise taxes to do it. We are going to have to put more money into it from the existing funds we have. The third thing is real economic development and stimulus. The idea that we're going to borrow more money, in particular from China, to pay for economic stimulus packages is not really going to work. It sounds good, it's a temporary fix, but in the end we have more debt that right now we're just not able to pay off. The federal government has actually created $8 trillion in new money, just manufactured electronic blips out of nowhere. The entire U.S. economy is $14 billion. That kind of debasing of the currency and will create strong inflationary pressures in the future. That's not going to be helpful. Real economic stimulus is what we need. And that means we need to focus on the assets we have to create jobs, not just make work. I think the opportunity that we have is the port districts in the state of Washington provide a real opportunity to create better family wage jobs, whether you work in an office park or you work on the docks. The ports of Tacoma, Seattle, and Everett need to be consolidated so we have a true port district that serves all the state of Washington and all of Puget Sound, not this fragmented situation that we have. It's just balkanized. They compete with each other. There's not the real advantage that we need. It's going to be a challenging session. I look forward to keeping in touch with you, and as always, it's your input to me, whether emailing my office, a phone call, that makes a difference. I need your ideas for this. I need to hear how you think about some of the options on dealing with this budget deficit are going to impact you. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you. It is truly an honor. And in these challenging times, we're going to make it through, but we're going to make it through together. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much.